during the course of this day. Brandon Palaniuk finally catching a big one that kind of puts the lockdown on this victory.
Knockout blow. Hey, one boxer has let an inferior boxer, not saying these pros are inferior, but this week, letting him hang around a little too much, and he just needed the 1-2, finally knockout blow.
Yeah, a roundhouse.
And boy, he was swinging, and they were coming off, not connecting, and that final connection with that 5.5 pounder made all the difference in the world.
That one got him jacked up a little bit. He did that kind of bizarre river dance kind of thing right there. That's cost to take that was cool. We'll be watching that for years to come. But now 93 pounds and 8 ounces, he could make some more late moment heroics here, running more, like you say, and possibly get this thing to 100 pounds.
You might as well on your last cast, Tommy.
Sure.
Put an 8 in the box, and we can announce your Century Club as you head back to weigh-in.
Okay. Well, it's fun to watch. If you just checking in with us, why don't we just get you sort of backfilled on information here with our Toyota Midday Report. It's a little bit past midday, but I think it's worth watching what we have seen all week here, and especially today at Lake Okeechobe. Will Davis Jr., first light of the morning.
I'm just thoroughly impressed, Tommy, with how many of these anglers didn't rely on one singular bait or style of lure to get it done this week, from dragging a worm on day 1 for Will Davis to catch 26 pounds, to using a jerk bait day 2 along with a crankbait, to then using a swim jig this whole time, flipping some fish, and then throwing in a glide on a bedding bass that wouldn't react to anything else. Very impressed with all of the variety at Okeechobe this week.
And Will Davis, again, the second fish in the first light there was a good one, a 7-pounder for Will. We knew he was out here to play, and he was going to be giving it everything all day long.
And then a 7.5 on a lure he's never used. A glide bait.
First time.
First time
to use it.
First time this week.
At Okeechobe.
Yes.
And there it is.
Right there. Oh my God.
Will Davis has obviously shown us a lot, winning multiple nation events, multiple nation championships, Elite Series events. Man, he's so rock solid.
Oh my God.
Toya Fujita, not a great week. Preceding this one up the St. Johns River. Needed to make up some ground, and he got that job done this week. Found something in this canal right here, some deep water. You give this man some deep water, and there's fish there, big ones. He does that.
A lot of anglers had a bad day this week, at least, Tommy. And that's why they're so far behind Brandon Palaniuk, because he has had no slip-ups. If Toya Fujita doesn't have an 11-pound day on day 2, he is right there in the upper 80s, and he's the one pushing Palaniuk. But whatever happened on day 2 for Fujita, tough. Put him behind the 8 ball, 25-13 yesterday, got him back in the game. Another solid day, and honestly, the best morning of anyone.
And it was a nice culmination of the bite improving and the guys really zeroing in on those bites as well. You know, the first couple days we saw a lot of mishaps, a lot of small fish. But boy, the big fish started to show up and the guys zeroed in on them. They went their own ways, and you've seen some great bags of fish here.
Yeah, the upper big fish is what actually, evaded him. Got a 5-pounder there. Got a couple of 4-pounders plus, 3 4-pounders plus, and 1 3.5 pounds. That is an excellent limit for day number 4 out here, which is challenging in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. Good.
Getting better everywhere we go, Tommy. 193rd in that Open last year.
Here.
Man,
yeah,
he's glad to not have that, because he would have been 93 spots below the maximum field size this week if that was the case.
Apparently he can put things behind him, because he has really done an outstanding job. Overachieved this week for sure. Ditto for this man. Overachieving every time we've seen him in Florida. Last year on the Bassmaster Elite Series, he wins at Harris Chain. Almost really challenges to win last week at St. John's. Peter?
What a great moment right there, swinging that 7+ pounder, and that is unbelievable. You know, he's got a 22-pound bag with like a 1.5 pounder in there. So that shows you, look at that call.
Oh my gosh.
Quality.
Got the wind working for him, working in his behalf. Putting some bigger females out there close to this final place he landed.
That's a nice one.
He kind of had things going, but he had to leave earlier than most of our anglers, so it was unfortunate that he
30
ignited
minutes of
everything.
trolling
Yeah.
motor and 20 minutes of high-speed pursuit.
Great big one, dude.
I thought he was really going to
Yes, dude. Look at that.
make a challenge for the win last week at St. John's, but this place that was loaded with him just did not produce on the final day, and he finally had to bail out on it.
He will be our Angler of the Year leader heading into the Pasquotank River in April.
No doubt about that. That means he's done his job this week. And Brandon Palaniuk started the day with an 18-pound advantage over second place. Things going slow for him. It's been slow every morning, though, so no need for worry, no need for concern, but the slowness kind of persisted past the point in the day when they would start to heat up, when the big spawners would show up and he would be able to catch them. Got close a few times, had a good one come off at the boat, and that was kind of the low point of the day for Brandon Palaniuk.
As much as you wanted to enjoy the day and be able to to have that lead and know that you got it, you still fight so hard, and when they start coming off like that, you get this sinking feeling like, oh man, I'm losing traction. And then all of a sudden, finally one sticks, and that was the one he needed to just hammer it home.
You just don't want to back your way. An Elite Series victory, 100,000, that's all you could ask for, but you don't ever want to back your way into a win. You want to do that moment where you win it, and this was his moment.
That could be $100,000 and a blue trophy. That's our Cole. How's that, huh?
Absolutely.
Should have a cull of the day.
And that is the final chapter of this
Got
book called
15 minutes, Tommy.
Okeechobe
We could do it.
25. Yeah.
15 minutes, we could do it.
You
100
think so?
pounds, 100 pounds. I'm not rooting for Brandon because I like him more than the rest of them. I'm rooting for 100. Anytime we can break 100, it's always a fun
You like to see
fun
those
time.
big belts come out.
Oh, absolutely.
Big bite. That's what we're looking for right now. One more big bite. I'd love to seal it up with this crankbait.
He's 6.5 short, has a 1 pounder, so he needs about a 7.5. Which he's done.
Looks like there's fish
We
out
talked
there.
about this earlier. Jason Christie also in the top 10. Brandon Palaniuk tied with 5 Elite Series wins. Those are the ones for Brandon right there. Bull Shoals in 2012, the second year out of here. St. Lawrence 2013. Sam Rayburn in 2017, part of a Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year campaign. 2020 Lake Champlain win. 2020 Sandy Cooper, also a year that he won Bassmaster Angler of the Year. No, I'm sure not 20. It was 22.
22 he won
Yeah,
AOY.
22 the
That's what's
AOY.
crazy is how good Clark Winlet's season was in 2020.
That he was able to
he
overcome
won 2
that.
events and didn't
That's a great
didn't
point.
win AOY for Palaniuk.
So he's going to take the lead in that little side bet with Christie. He's got 6 victories now with the elites.
It got as low, Tommy, as 7 pounds today. I think that's the closest anyone had been to Brandon in over 2 days, but it had gotten as low as a 7-pound lead. It is now back up to that 16 or so margin.
Just
a
under
little
16.
less than what he
on
started
day
with.
2.
Yeah.
At 9.4.
Well, hats off to John Garrett, Kyoya Fujita, a couple others who really put up a game fight, that is for sure. They were not going to give up on it, no matter how desperate the situation may have seemed when they started the day so far behind. It's not all official till we get to the weigh-in 3 p.m. Eastern Time right here at Bassmaster.com. That's when the weigh-in begins. So get ready for that. Don't want to miss it. Gonna make this fine final, put it in the books, and we'll be right back.
best of the best just got better. Clear images, sharper resolution.